Chicago. Last night I got off the train, walked about 10 blocks. It was probably a good 15-20 minute walk to get to the hostel, but I was dying by the time I got there. I was pouring sweat and my shoulders and back were killing me, but I finally made it. Had a little bit of issue with check-in. First of all, they only had one person working at the front desk, and she did say something to one of the people about like they're short-staffed and everything, and you know, thanked us for being patient, for having to wait. But there was a good bit of a line, and then the check-in process went really smooth. But she gave me a downstairs, or a bottom bunk. Gave me a bottom bunk, and I really preferred the top ones because I feel like it's going to be better for me with me sleeping, because when you are climbing onto the top bunk you're shaking the whole thing, and I'd rather be the one doing the shaking than have somebody shaking me on the bottom bunk. But I thought, I'll check it out, maybe the bottom bunk will be better. When I got to the room, the linens were wadded into a giant ball on my bed, and it was obvious they were used, which was really gross. So I just said to heck with it. I went back downstairs with all my stuff and asked to be put on a top bunk, knowing that I will be put in a different room, because me going into that room filled up the room. It was going to be 4 of us in the room, and at 4 in the afternoon one of those people was already asleep. So I was like, 9 times out of 10 they're probably going to be up all night long. So I was thinking maybe I'll take a chance and get to a different room that has less people. So I got my room with the top bunk. It was actually directly across the hall from the first room, which was kind of nice. And I got there, and there's one person in there. His name's Mo. Gonna give a shout out to Mo. And I got my stuff put away. I will say the lockers in this hostel are a little smaller than I had hoped. I was able to fit my stuff in there, cramming it in there, but I had to stack it, and it was just so hard to try and get it in and out that it made it a little frustrating when I needed something from the bottom bag. I had to take everything out of the locker. And so I have finally decided to just strap my luggage, my big backpack, to a bench. That way it's easy access, and if somebody steals it, it's just my clothes. I can go buy new clothes. But met Mo last night, and got along great. He came to Chicago with no hardcore plans either, so we decided to go out and explore. I'm hoping you guys can hear me, because I'm in the alley beside the hostel, and there's street traffic that way, but it's a little further down. And then I have the L train directly behind this building, which also, with this hostel, you're going to hear the L train at night. You're gonna hear it. Even with the windows closed, you're gonna hear the L train at night. At first it was like, oh no, but then I was so exhausted I slept through the whole thing, and apparently I found out that I snored too. Sorry to my dorm mates. But back to my evening, Mo and I went out just exploring the Loop. It's called the Loop. It's kind of the downtown Chicago area. Kind of exploring that area, and then we decided to go to Lou Malnati's for dinner, for pizza. It was an hour wait, but I will say it was worth it. I'm gonna wait till this train passes. say that Lou Malnati's is worth the wait for the pizza. You definitely want to try to maybe call it in or get it to go or something like that so you don't have to wait as long, but I highly recommend their pizza. Got I think the classic deep dish something that they have there. It's like the main pizza. And then came back to our dorm room, and we have well, I guess third, including me, third dorm mate, Simon. Got to meet him, super cool too. So I'm really excited about this trip because out of the possible 3 dorm mates that I could have, 2 of them so far are pretty freaking awesome. So it's a good thing that that happened with the bottom bunk and the sheets, because I would have been kind of miserable, I'm pretty sure, in that other room, because I've seen a couple of them in the common room and they don't seem as friendly. I wanted to show everyone a little bit of the downtown area that I was walking through. The architecture is beautiful and the city has a great vibe to it. I know this video was short, but after all the walking, I wanted to call it an early night. Plus, I knew that tomorrow was going to be a packed day. If you'd like to be notified of when day 6's video comes out, click on the subscribe button to be notified. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. I hope to see everyone in the next video. Bye!